Good evening. Coming up in Mello TV Evening News tonight, Integrity Commission's Director of Prosecution has ruled that no charges will be brought against Prime Minister Andrew Holness. The opposition People's National Party has, however, described the situation as dark days ahead for Jamaica. And trainee constable collapses and dies during routine exercise at National Police College. And now the news in detail. The Integrity Commission's Director of Prosecution has ruled that no charges will be brought against Prime Minister Andrew Holness for alleged conflict of interest breaches. This comes as the Prime Minister has been named in a controversial report by the Commission for allegedly influencing the award of contracts. But in a statement this afternoon, the Director of Corruption Prosecution said though sufficient evidence has been identified to mount charges for the noted offenses, the prosecution would be hard-pressed to resist an abuse of process application with regard to undue delay. The statement further noted that the evidence does not reveal a prima facie case with a realistic prospect of conviction to the alleged offenses, therefore no criminal charges are being recommended. The statement also noted that investigations have failed to contradict or provide more evidence in support of the offenses, therefore no criminal charges can be laid. The Integrity Commission had previously reported that Mr. Holness may have influenced the awarding of millions of dollars in government contracts to a business associate, implicating him in an alleged conflict of interest. The inquiry into government contracts given to Westcon Construction Limited between 2006 and 2009, when Mr. Holness served as Portfolio Minister, was the subject of the Integrity Commission's report. And on the heels of the controversial report by the Integrity Commission, Prime Minister Andrew Holness yesterday hit back in a statement indicating that he's making it absolutely clear that at no time he exercised influence on any process for the award of contracts. The Prime Minister strongly disagreed with the findings of the report regarding conflict of interest based on mere association, as it has been the long-standing practice that members of Parliament are asked to recommend local contractors to undertake works in their constituencies as a practical manner. Mr. Holness says the Integrity Commission's report has been referred to his lawyers and stated that he will do all in his power to ensure that the truth is known. And in light of the Integrity Commission's report regarding the Prime Minister, the opposition People's National Party held a press conference today. Opposition leader Mark Golding has described the findings made against the Prime Minister in the Integrity Commission's report as dark days ahead for Jamaica.
This situation with a referral of the Prime Minister for possible prosecution is unprecedented in the history of Jamaica. Never before has our head of government, the Prime Minister of the country, been referred to a prosecutorial authority for corruption-related allegations arising out of his conduct in public office. It is indeed a dark day for our country. This matter undermines Jamaica's image in the international community and among our key development partners, and is a major embarrassment for the Jamaican people. This referral of the Prime Minister for possible prosecution by the country's principal anti-corruption institution raises serious questions about integrity, credibility, and his fitness to lead the country.
Mr. Golding further stated that Prime Minister Andrew Holness cannot remain in office.
The Prime Minister cannot remain in office while this possible prosecution for corruption charges is hanging over his head. The Prime Minister's response so far has been to deny any wrongdoing. However, that misses the point. The national institution with responsibility for anti-corruption efforts has extensively investigated the matter. They have issued a detailed report of over 100 pages, and they have referred the Prime Minister for possible prosecution by the Director of corruption prosecutions. Mr. Holness cannot credibly remain in office as Prime Minister of our country in these circumstances.
And as Mello TV continues to track the alleged fraud at Stocks and Securities Limited, SSL, on Tuesday, Gian Panton, a former wealth advisor at SSL who is accused of committing a multi-billion-dollar fraud, was questioned once more before being released. The United States Federal Bureau of Investigations, the FBI, and the police are working together to continue their investigation, but the police refused to provide a timetable for when Panton would face charges. Panton, the primary suspect in the fraud, allegedly stated in a document that she began defrauding clients of their funds from as far back as 2010. At least 40 accounts, including one allegedly formed on behalf of Jamaican Olympic sprint legend Usain Bolt, are thought to have been the target of thefts totaling billions of dollars. Today, motorists saw an increase in gas prices as Petrojam has adjusted their prices. E1087 and E1090 will move up by $3.06 to sell for $170.47 and $174.45 per liter, respectively. Automotive diesel oil will move up by 19 cents per liter to sell for $206.03. Ultra-low sulfur diesel will sell for $216.77 per liter, following an increase of 25 cents. Propane cooking gas will go up by 71 cents per liter to sell for $71.57, while butane will move up by $3.06 to sell for $80 per liter. Retailers will mark up their prices at the pumps. The Police High Command has expressed condolences for the passing of Trainee Constable Tishan Brown, who collapsed and subsequently died during a routine exercise yesterday. The constable was training in the National Police College at Twickenham Park St. Catherine and was participating in an activity when he encountered challenges. First aid was rendered and he was assisted to hospital where he was pronounced dead. The JCF's High Command Welfare Department, Chaplaincy and Medical Services Branch have been offering support to immediate family members and staff of the deceased constable. The Office of the Prime Minister issued a release earlier today advising of a cyber attack at the office. An extensive effort is being made to determine the scope of the attack by a group of cybersecurity specialists from the Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency, MOCA, and the Cyber Incident Response Team. OPM in the statement noted that government activities have not been impacted by this occurrence, and the OPM says it is reassuring the public that every precaution is being taken to safeguard the personal data of their employees and stakeholders. The OPM says it is making every effort to remedy the matter and takes the security of the systems and data seriously. 20-year-old Matthew Hyde of Braemar Avenue, Kingston 8, who was charged for several offenses against his ex-girlfriend, was remanded in custody when he appeared in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Thursday, February 16. Reports are that between Monday, February 6 and Thursday, February 9, Hyde held his ex-girlfriend against her will for 3 days and assaulted her repeatedly. Following investigations, Hyde was charged for assault occasioning bodily harm, assault occasioning grievous bodily harm, false imprisonment, and malicious communications. Hyde was denied bail and is to reappear in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Thursday, March 9, 2023. And those are the stories making the news this evening. Thank you for tuning in to Mello TV Evening News. I'm Nicole Hales. Stay safe and thanks for watching.